All right, hey guys. So pretty much, what this video is, if you couldn't really tell from the the thumbnail, whatever image I kind of choose it to be. Today, kind of talking about, well, technically last night, technically tonight, what I'm talking about is my thoughts, and also wondering what y'all's thoughts are for those that play Call of Duty and like Treyarch Zombies. What your thoughts are on this DMZ Zombies game mode? I'm gonna have all this playing in the background. Of course, I can hear it, but you guys can't. Whoops. Whoops. All right, so we go back into full screen, and I'm excited for this mainly because it's just something different. But let's watch the trailer and then the next video coming up after this in this little playlist. Um, I like the design of it. It's something very different. I will say that right now. I'm just gonna kind of talk to the trailer, so it doesn't seem really awkward. I mean, we have stuff returning. We have a lot of stuff returning, and it's just to me, it's a lot of fun. I guess seeing something that's more open world and has a bit of a different loop compared to Outbreak back in Cold War. I mean, that's what I can really hope for is something different because I liked Outbreak, but this is closer to what I wanted it to actually be. There's a new Wonder Weapon right there. Well, just kind of missed talking about it, but I mean, you have new Wonder Weapons. I mean, you have acquisitions, you have schematics. So Mr. Dalek JD goes into all that. You have I know the 10 perks are returning for Cold War from Cold War. Maybe Double Tap is coming back. I don't really know. I would definitely love to hear from somebody that actually played and has experience, and has like firsthand knowledge that Double Tap is coming back. Oh, there's the Abomination from Cold War. A lot of the old Cold War mini bosses are coming back. The Mangler, the Disciple, the Mimic, the Abomination, and of course zombies. The Abomination is the Mega Abomination, I guess, if I remember correctly. I mean, it looks cool, but it's something very different. And oh, there's that worm boss that was hinted at, and yeah, whatever. And I already have all this stuff because I pre-ordered the game, but holding this behind me. Ah, good old ads. Skip. Come on. Skip. All right. And here is official gameplay from Mr. Dalek JD. So pretty much while this goes on in the background, I'm gonna kind of talk about like what I have wanted zombies to be, and you guys can kind of see this is not my video. I'm gonna say that right now. Not my video. This belongs to Mr. Dalek JD. The links to both the videos will be in the description below. So pretty much what I expected when Outbreak was first announced and the trailer first dropped, you can see his whole thing up there. What I expected was it would be open world on the Warzone map, or at least the Blackout map. And you would have several different objectives, but one objective at a time. And after you complete that objective, a new objective would open up on the map instead of having to exfil in or infill into a new map and kind of deal with all that shit, deal with infilling and all that stuff. And I kind of expected what DMZ does and what this new zombies mode is doing is an exfil game loop where like you spend time playing the objectives, you spend time killing zombies, and they spawn infinitely. Like, oh, after 15 or 20 minutes, a horde of zombies, an area that you cleared out will have zombies respawning in it and stuff like that. But I expected an exfil loop and more or less, I guess, trying to get stronger so you can actually beat the objectives in a faster manner. And then when the Easter eggs dropped, like you'd be super prepared and overpowered and all that shit. I mean, some things that Mr. Dalek JD said during the stream, his stream was like, oh, you can't, whenever you exfil out, you don't keep your pack-a-punch. You do keep all of your perks and all that shit, but you don't keep your pack-a-punch. Your weapon doesn't say pack-a-punch. So, and how it works is like in the different threat zones, you have low, medium, and high. In each threat zone, there is going to be one pack-a-punch machine in each. Like you can see a couple of the perks have returned. PhD slider or flopper, I guess now. Back to PhD flopper, which is really awkward to me. I guess my throat is hurting because I'm talking so much. But I guess what you could really what you can really understand about this is that like fucking ads is that like I'm excited for this, and like I like DMZ. I never played a lot of it, but for the small amount that I did, I enjoyed it a great amount. Here's a new wonder weapon, the whatever the fuck it's called, the Thrasher or something like that. Um, of course, we have some Cold War stuff which is returning. The like some Cold War monsters, the Mimic, the Disciple, the Mangler, the Abomination, which I kind of wish that they had more new mini bosses and stuff instead of the same old ones from Cold War. But they'll probably add more within the season as the seasons go on and stuff, and I'm excited for that. It's definitely something very different. And again, with what I was explaining earlier, I've been wanting an open world zombies game mode that is extraction based, and like you have infinite time, but with this you only have an hour. And then as it was explained by Mr. Dalek JD from what he had explained to him, whenever you do like complete missions, because instead of Easter egg quests for now, you have missions kind of like in DMZ for different factions. And whenever you complete that final mission for a faction, you have, I guess, like an arena that you go to that has its own time limit of I'm guessing like 30 minutes. I'm hoping that in the future, they'll make it easier to be able to like do this solo. Jesus, my voice is starting to go out. Solo. Oh yeah, Hellhounds are coming back too. To do this solo and just have, or like with a small group of like 3 to 4, with an infinite amount of time. Eventually, maybe when the game is like halfway through its life cycle, they do that. Maybe not. This is more or less speculation at this point because I want to do something fun. How long is this video? This is 17 minutes, and you guys are just only seeing a small portion of like what's going on. But I mean, like you have the field upgrades are coming back. Definitely, what I do know that isn't coming back from what Mr. Dalek JD said. Ring of Fire isn't coming back. But the other 5 are. Is it 5? I can't remember. I'll have to check. Oh, actually, check right now. Hang on. Field upgrades in Cold War Zombies. Field upgrades in Cold War Zombies. I spelled it wrong, but okay. What are the field upgrades? Okay, so we have Frost Blast, Energy Mine, Aether Shroud, Healing Aura, Ring of Fire, Frenzied Guard, Toxic Growth, and Tesla Storm. So you can see, I think that is what's on cam right now is the Tesla Mine, the Energy Mine. Yeah, Energy Mine is coming back. I think Aether Shroud, Healing Aura is definitely coming back. I think Frenzied Guard, maybe Toxic Growth, and Tesla Storm is definitely coming back because that was on screen a little bit ago. But like you see, like, oh, you have little bounties and stuff that you can do, kind of like in DMZ, and that's really cool. And I mean, that would make a lot of sense. Like, oh, you have the major, like things you need to do, and then you have small little bounties you can collect to do in your free time. That's kind of what I wanted for Outbreak. I mean, you have something similar where you have the main objective and then 3 side objectives. But I kind of expected like, oh, you have a large number of side objectives on a large map. It would have been great if they just integrated integrated the entire Blackout 2 map that they had planned and just made that its own Outbreak map and just had that like be gigantic and fun. But of course, they didn't do that because they were more or less focused on a much tighter game loop because it was their first time doing something like that. They're technically their second time because they tried to do something like that with who's what's it Transit. And like I can kind of understand why people are bitching and moaning about, oh, zombies is never going to be the same as it once was. But at the same time, you have to understand, like, you can't keep doing the same thing over and over again. You need to have a bit of variation to go alongside it if you're going to continue to do the same thing. Fucking ads. Don't give a shit. If you're going to keep on doing the same thing over and over and over again, you need something to go alongside it to give others a break from it. I like round based. I really do. It's a lot of fun. But at the same time, you want something different to do in your free time. Like, okay, I'm not focusing on doing this Easter egg quest on this specific map. I want to just fuck around and essentially have a easier time just mowing down hordes and hordes of zombies. That's what I like about Outbreak, is that you can do that. With round base, it's more meticulous, and like, that's understandable. When you like meticulous things, it's a lot more fun. But when it comes to Outbreak, you don't need to be meticulous. It's just more mindless, arcadey type fun, and that's what I kind of want with this game mode. Is like, it has always been arcadey, and really delving into that is even more appealing to me than just doing round base. It's fun having something different made by the people that really do know zombies. That's what I enjoy, and that's what I hope others can learn to enjoy. But if you don't like it, then just stick with round based zombies and don't bitch and moan because it's not what you wanted it to be. It's not how things used to be. Oh, I wish we can go back to the good old days of zombies. Oh, you mean on versions of the on the engine, on the Call of Duty engine that are really fucking buggy and you can't do solo most of the time? Yeah, sure. Okay, cool. Go back and play those games. I want to keep on staying up to date with modern games, with much more modern games, and having fun where I can have fun when I'm not busy. And that's what zombies has always been for me. I mean, playing multiplayer, there's nothing wrong with that. I like playing multiplayer when I have the chance to, but most of the time, it frustrates the hell out of me. It makes me very angry, and I don't like playing multiplayer because of that. Outside of those times when I'm not getting angry and frustrated, I like playing multiplayer. But again, that's few and far between. um, and going on to the whole topic of like what perks are coming back. I mean, we have the 10 perks that were in Cold War: Mule Kick, uh, Deadshot Daiquiri, Death Perception. I'm counting on my fingers right now. Death Perception, Juggernog, Quick Revive, Stamina Up, whatever the other green one is. Stamina Up, Quick Revive. Shit. Tombstone Soda. I mean, you have 10 perks. I'm not going to go. I can't even remember all of them off the top of my head. That just shows how I'm getting tired. But maybe if we only start off with those 10, maybe over time they'll start adding more perks. And that'd be really fun. Like Double Tap. I mean, we've been wanting Double Tap back since probably Black Ops 4. And Black Ops 4 was its own shit show. I mean, from what you can see, you only have 5. You can only have 5 attachments on your weapons and shit. You have the rarity. The rarities coming back. Yeah, that was Energy Mine. You have the rarities that are coming back and all that stuff. It just kind of loops back and forth. Just kind of skip forward so I can just show this off. There's another game mode. That's the escort game mode. That not game mode. A main escort objective that was in Black Ops. Cold War, I mean, you have all the same shit that's coming back, and it makes sense because they had about a year to work on this game mode, so it makes sense that they're going to reuse a bunch of the same shit. You want to bitch and moan about it, that's on you. for me, I'm excited for it because it's something different, and I like change. It's fun to have change while still in the future going back to the old. That's what I expect from Treyarch is like, all right, they try something different and then they go back to how it used to be and make changes from there and kind of upgrade on it. And it's just, okay, you're going to want to be annoying about it, then who cares? Oh, there's the LTZ, Casimir. I mean, you have different areas. That I think that's a Pack-a-Punch camo, which looks weird. I like Pack-a-Punch camos. I mean, the camo grind for zombies is going to be a thing too, and that's going to be really cool to me as well. I mean, I'm going to spend so much time grinding for camos in my free time. You have mastery camos come. Oh, Jesus, my throat is just like dying. We have mastery camos coming back, and just like, yay, zombies mastery camos. I already did it for Cold War, and I'm still kind of working on it for certain weapons. Definitely not the melee weapons, because those are bullshit. I only got one of them, and that was the E tool, the best melee weapon in the game for Cold War. And I mean, you see the monkey bomb, you see, I will say this, definitely the little power ups and stuff. They look very similar to how the power ups were in Advanced Warfare Zombies, Exo Zombies. Yeah, there we go. In Exo Zombies, it looks really weird to me, but then again, it's fine. So monkey bombs don't really work on AI enemies, but something that's cool is that, as you can see, the AI enemies are actually like fighting the zombies, which is, I think, is really cool. I'm like, that's awesome. That's so dynamic. It's so cool. But people are gonna bitch and moan about it, and go play round base if you want to stick with the same old. Or just wait another year until Treyarch's game comes out, because like this, I think half of their team is still currently, or like a fourth of their zombies team is working on this, and then the other 3/4 are working on zombies for their game, for their next game, which is coming out next year. Of course, I'm gonna get that game because I like Treyarch zombies. I like Treyarch games. They're fun. They're more arcadey. They're the more arcadey games out of like all of the Call of Duty games. Except for Advanced Warfare, that was pretty arcadey in its own right because it was just really weird. It was the first of the Exo Zombie games. And we're coming up on the end of the video right now for this, and I think that's pretty much it with what I want to say for this. It's mainly because I'm so excited, but also kind of like, it annoys me like checking on Twitter and stuff, because I have Twitter and I just like seeing what other people say, but just like also in like the live stream that Mr. Dollar JD was doing for COD Next, that's what he was doing today. Like, so many people were posting L in chat, not round based, L in chat, like posting L's and stuff. I was like, who gives a fuck what you think? You are only complaining because you just want it to stay the same. Nothing's gonna stay the same. It's all gonna change within, like, over time. It's gonna change, and you have to expect it to change. You can't expect it to stay the same. Of course, I keep on going back to that fucking argument. But what do you expect? Cancel. Yeah, but what do you expect for me to do? Because there's nothing else that I can really say. It's just like, just expect change to happen. If you don't want to experience the change, then be patient and wait until Treyarch makes another round base, until Treyarch releases their next round based game mode for zombies, and that's going to be in their next mainline game, which is coming out next year. So you got to be patient. If you're like me and you want to try it out, awesome. I greatly enjoy when other people are like, yes, I want to try this out. Even if you don't think you're going to like it, try it out. See if you do. It's definitely a different game loop than what everybody's used to. It's very, in a way, it's similar to Outbreak, in a way, mainly because of the whole upgrade system that was in Cold War. Then that's why it was so similar, because of the Ethereum crystals that you needed to upgrade everything. But outside of that, it's very different. And I hope you guys have enjoyed my little, I guess, Q&A more or less my thought and perspective on this whole thing, mainly because I'm excited for it. I just am wondering if other people are. And uh, I will say this: I will be streaming it, both the beta when it comes out on Xbox, early access, and also DMZ Zombies on my Twitch, which will also be in the description below. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this whole thing. If you watched all the way through, you know what? Subscribe, and also go follow me on Twitch for whenever that happens. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.